All right. Is it alive?
We may be. I'm
All
not
right.
sure.
Maybe. So let's check. Let's see if we are live. Is it alive?
You know how it goes. Very hard to check these things.
Yes. Ooh, that looks so nice. So let's see if we're live before I do the whole hello, good afternoon.
We are live on one.
All right. Well, if we are live on Rumble, we are good.
I see a white screen. And I can't X out because it's being special. I will swipe it away.
Yes, let's see.
Oh, this thing drives me crazy.
Let's see if we are cross-platform. So we are waiting. We are waiting.
Yes,
There we go.
I see you.
All right. So good afternoon, goeiemiddag. Live from Texas. We are in the back of our store. As I say every time we go live, we are behind our main retail store in our old service kitchen that we used to use when we used to serve food here, which we no longer do. You will probably hear kids. You're going to see a kid that is very tired, that might or might not sleep because
I'm going to try.
Nonsense. And other kids, and then maybe staff, maybe customers. You'll hear ding-dongs and all kinds of other things. So I'm going to slice some biltong because we haven't really eaten, and I'm hungry.
Wait, where do you get this biltong?
This biltong comes from our sponsor, biltongusa.com. So you can see that.
Chilling early
today. Real good. Well, I got to eat something, and nothing better than biltong. So I'm just going to cut it in big chunks. So I found this ginger shortbread cookie, but so we have cookies called Eat Some More's, and they are like a square shortbread cookie, and it looked real good. And I thought, you know what, man, that looks so nice.
Let me give him a piece, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
That looks so nice. Maybe I just make that today. So I did that. So I got the recipe and I converted all the weird. I still don't understand why people do dry ingredients in milliliters. Because that would be like fluid ounces or something. But anyway, so we're gonna make those cookies. Is that good, young man? Yeah, it's very good. It's delicious. So we're gonna make the ginger shortbread cookies, and see how they come out. So I've done the conversions. I've never tried this recipe. I'm gonna try it for the first time today. It's got some not difficult, but just slightly different techniques. One of them I haven't used before, so you got to kind of whip your butter up so it becomes airy. So we're going to try that and see how that works. And then you add sugar and then the flour and stuff like that. So I'll follow the steps, see how it comes out, and then we'll take it from there. It gets a nice ginger coating. I like ginger. I think ginger is cool. I think like 75% of my kids will like it.
75.
One always has a problem with everything. If everybody likes something, she doesn't. If nobody likes it, she does. So it's always an issue.
She's 5.
Yeah, so who are we saying hi to?
Jody.
Of course.
Jody, he lost his first message of reminding people to tickle the like button. So don't forget. Like, share, subscribe.
All right. Good stuff. So the first thing we got is like a cup of butter. So I think we start with that.
Is it a cup or is it milliliters or what is it?
So 250 grams.
Grams, that's right.
Which is basically a cup. All right, so it's like half a pound. 227 grams is a pound. So it's about a half a pound. It's just over half a pound.
227?
227, yeah.
Is half a pound.
Is half a pound, yes. So I always round it to like 225. But it's, and that's a cup. So, all right, so we got the butter. Ooh, that is nice. You want some more? I brought trays, but I don't think.
Why are you teasing me? Bring the meat. Oh, the small monkey's looking at that. Even though he has some in his mouth right now.
The best part.
Yes.
Is that part. Sorry.
You have to eat the fat.
Ooh.
It is so good. It's so flavorful. And when it's crusted with the spices, it's just so much better.
Break out my happy dance here. All right. We got the butter. So they say we got to sift the ingredients twice. I have no idea why.
Hi, Slidey Pie. How are you?
All right. So we want 2 cups of flour. No baking powder, funny enough. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add baking powder because these guys a lot of times assume.
Assuming self-raising.
Self-raising, yes. So 2 cups of flour.
Hey, hey, Unfolding Joker. Welcome.
All right.
He says, let's cook some shit.
Yes, we're going to cook some shit, man. Let me pop this oven on. So this calls for a preheated oven at 400, but I'm going to do 375.
That's loud, huh?
Right, then it wants basically like 3.5 ounces. I think it's almost a cup of corn flour or corn starch. Corn starch. Right. I think the cornstarch is what makes it like a shortbread cookie. Because otherwise it'd just be a cake, man.
That good?
There we go. Right, so it's like 3.5 ounces. I got 105 grams of corn. Why are you two coughing in the back there? You got two people turning into dogs here.
Why are you telling on me? If you don't know that biltong spice comes off of the biltong and sometimes gets stuck in your throat, then you haven't had enough biltong yet. There's a reason I give you guys toothpicks too.
All right, so we're going to see how much this is. Ginger, this ground ginger. So that's 1.
All right, I got to say hello to some others. We've got Neuro in, reminding everybody to smash that thumbs up. Cam, is he actually going to cook some shit or just mix and let stand some shit?
All right, so you want 3 teaspoons of ginger. So I had 2 teaspoons, but it's actually 3. Ginger apparently is light.
And
all right.
One more, Anton. Sorry, I've got Wasted Bonehead.
Hey,
Good
Mr.
day
Bonehead.
from the grave.
Yeah.
Yes, glad to see King Anton once again. At it once again. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, so we got 3 teaspoons, so 2 cups of flour. All right, so I'm going to restart this. So we got 1 cup of butter. Then we got 2 cups of flour, 3.5 ounces of cornstarch, I think, which is close to a cup, and then 3 teaspoons of ginger. All right, and then we want to do, they say a pinch of salt. I'm going to do a half teaspoon.
Hey, Greg, good to see you.
I find the salt really makes the flavor pop. Thank you for the. So and
Mr. Jessup.
Oh, hey, Mr. Jessup, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We do not normally eat when we bake, but today's a special day. It's special because I'm hungry. All right, so let's sift this. Baking powder.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times the recipes from South Africa assumes self-raising. I'm going to do about 3 teaspoons.
All right, Anton. Ding dong, ding dong. It's time for the king of biltong.
Uh-huh. Poets. All right, let's see. Let's see how this works out. you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a little spatula, just so I don't have to stick my hands in here. Ooh, no spatulas. Alright. This guy's still a little wet. What's that?
Unfolding Joker says, I think we should send him one of those Ferris Bueller jackets.
Bueller. 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 So there we go. Let's get this all crushed up.
I don't think I'm helping this small one sleep with the biltong in the mouth.
Nope, not really.
It has those awesome B vitamins,
Magnesium, potassium,
iron,
zinc, which Lemon got onto my case because I kept spelling it wrong because it's spelled different in Afrikaans, and you know I have to think in Afrikaans and translate in my brain. And sometimes my translation machine broken.
Don't worry, sometimes he'll speak to me in Afrikaans and then remember, oh yeah, I'm the American wife.
The better wife. Yeah.
You did have to come around the world to find me.
That is true. Alright, so they say mix this till it's creamy. I think my bowl might be too big.
Just make wide circles. So, I have a question for you.
Sure.
If cream turns into whipped cream and then turns into butter, what does butter turn into?
Ginger shortbread cookies.
Okay. The more I know.
I don't know. They say till it's light and fluffy. I don't know. And then they say carefully add the sugar. Maybe we whip it a little more. Let me see. So sugar. All right. So just to recap, we got 3.5 ounces of cornstarch, 2 cups of so that's 105 grams, 260 grams of flour, which is 2 cups, 6 grams of ginger, which is about 3 teaspoons.
That was on purpose.
About 3 teaspoons. And then we've got a cup of butter, 250 grams. All right. And then I'm going to put about 3.5 ounces of sugar in this. But we're first going to mix it a little more. And just see how this comes out. So this is unsalted butter, completely unsalted. And then we'll put the sugar in. I think my bowl's maybe a little big. This would have been better for a double, but it's hard if you use small bowls. You guys can't really see much. But I think that looks like it's whipped a little.
That looks whipped. So I got the answer to my question. Belly fat.
Belly fat what?
That is what continuing to turn butter does.
Actually, no. If you eat a lot of protein like we do, then butter just turns into energy.
There you
Energy.
go. And we've got someone else coming in. It's Sanglant86.
Okay. Howdy, howdy. Welcome in. So I'm going to do half the sugar.
And that was Cam. I don't know if I said hello to him. I think I did. I hope I did.
So this works out to 105 grams of sugar. So I'm going to do 52 and then 53 after. So I'm going to mix this in. And then I'm going to mix the rest in. Let me see. I think, actually, I think I'm done. So let me just.
These little spatulas are perfect for scraping down the edges instead of the big. What are those other ones?
Yeah, the high heat like rubber ones.
Rubber ones. Nobody has high heat.
Yeah, well, silicone, I guess.
So, yeah, so the silicone ones. I like the white ones. They're stiffer, so you have more control of the tip.
It's like an
which is
extension
nice.
of your hand.
Yeah. Once you figure it out, it's easy, like wrist motion, to get it working.
Yeah. So let me do that. So let me do the rest of the sugar. can't be too hard. I mean, there we go. All right, so that's the end of the sugar. Let me put it one side.
Let's not spill the sugar.
Yes, I'm not in the mood to pick all of that stuff up. So we should have done the overhead cam, man. That's okay. I wasn't sure how I was going to cook today, so yeah, that's looking pretty good.
Yes, Jody, thank you for understanding. Tip control is very important.
Yep.
Hence the
Jody's
drill.
got it. Jody's got it. So this is what it looks like after I've got the sugar in there and whipped it up a little bit. So let's see. And then they say I should sift this twice. So what I'm thinking is put this there and then sift this into here. I wonder if my pan's not too big. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so let me. I'm gonna go a little over the edges, but I think that's okay. I smell the ginger. That smells real
Yes,
good.
it does. I agree. Sanglant says the silicone are nice for scrambled eggs.
Yes. Lowish heat, and then you do it like Mr. Ramsay. You make it that like almost like not curdled, but it's like proper scrambled eggs. Yeah, make them real soft. I made it for the kids the other day, and you like eat it with a spoon. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, some salt.
Delicious.
There we go. Yeah, that is good. I actually did that, and you use that, and you basically just stir them the whole time. That's real good. Yeah. Most of the time, my kids don't get spoiled like that. I just make them like almost an omelet.
They don't get spoiled. They get hot eggs every single day, but
That
they
is
are
true.
not spoiled.
Try not to make too much
We
of a
just make sure they eat
mess.
well.
You want some more?
Yes, please. Yes, bring the fat, the belly fat.
Yeah. Thinking of biltong instead of my shortbread. I splash the stuff everywhere.
Yes, Greg, his name is Spoiled Christoph. This one gets eggs and biltong powder every day.
Yeah, but he doesn't really want to eat bread, man. Like any starches, it's not his thing.
Our biltong powder. This stuff is phenomenal. I don't know if you can see. Is it going to move? Now it's not going to move. We probably pressed it in too much. It's light and airy, but it is so good on eggs. The young man absolutely loves it. He struggles to eat hard things. He does try. He had a bunch of steak. Was it steak last night, Antoine, that you made? And yes, thank you for the reminder, Neuro. That is on biltongusa.com with code STF10 for 10% off your biltong purchases. So whether it's a slab or powder form, eat your meat.
All right, so this says mix in until a soft dough forms. I mean, it's soft, but it's not quite a dough yet. Might have to add a little bit of butter to this. Because I did exactly what they said. Let me keep mixing. Let's see where we go. I think this is more meant for machine mix. So me with a hand mixer might be the problem. Ooh, I'm gonna splash the stuff everywhere. They say mix till a soft dough forms.
Greg asked if he can use biltong powder in stews. I will be back.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it makes a dough. Let's see. And then I just want to see if they say pour or place. Okay, press dough in prepared pan. So I've got a pan here that's sprayed. So I don't know if this is how it's supposed to come out, but it's very soft. And that would probably be a shortbread cookie. They don't really mention yeah, that's interesting. Let me see. I'm going to do another 20 grams of butter just because you know, from South Africa to here, ingredients are a little different. Let's add 25 actually. That would give us 275. There we go, 25 grams. So let me see if that works. Just get it a little bit more doughy. It's almost there. All right. So the recipe says you got to preheat your oven to 400,
How much?
and then yeah, that looks a little better.
1 pound. Okay.
You got to preheat your oven to 400, and then that looks a little bit more solid. All right. I'm gonna take this thing out here. You got to preheat your oven to 400, and then reduce your oven heat to 320 when you take it out. I'm going to do a little less. I'm going to do like 375 to like 300, and then it's a 30-minute bake. Ooh, getting some dust from somewhere. All right, so let's see. Okay, another little piece of dough. We don't want to waste any of that. Well, let's see how this works out. This looks good though. Yeah, it's a dryish kind of recipe, or dryish kind of dough, I guess. So I guess I'm gonna go get another spatula, because I think I'm gonna pop it in there, and that thing is gonna be very it's gonna have no stick to it. So when I put this in, when I try and flatten it, it's gonna move around. So let us see how that works out. I'm not exactly sure. That man being a monkey.
Yes and no, but I owe a huge apology to everybody. I'm so sorry my mic was on while I was slicing that biltong. That's very loud. I am very sorry about that. Very, very noisy. And did you answer Greg's question?
I did not. What was the question again?
He asked if you could use biltong powder in stews.
Yes. I actually I wanna look at some recipes so we can increase the use of biltong. I think you could probably halve your stock powder. Like if you use stock, just halve it and use half biltong powder, half stock, because it's basically meat. Let me see, because I'm gonna have to get this guy kind of even, otherwise we're gonna have uneven cookies. Sorry, I heard the question, and then I'm like in like shortbread making mode.
Heard the question, ignored the question.
Yeah. I should have maybe made this a little more, because I thought my pan was going to be too big. I'm not going to make it in a bread pan. I think this is fine. It's just going to be thin.
The recipe is not on the website.
No, it's not.
It is on Rumble. Do we have that one labeled? I can go find it real quick. That's... Which recipe is it? I'm assuming the stew, right? The biltong?
What, the soup? Or what?
Yes.
I don't have the recipe on the website for the soup.
Hey.
Yes, this is going to be thin. Let's see how that works out. It should be okay. Should be okay, because it should proof up a little. What are you looking for? You said the recipe, but you're not telling me which recipe.
Which one were you talking about a second ago? Because I'm not going to lie, I wasn't listening.
No, I didn't say recipe. I just said halve your beef stock. Like if you put stock in your stew, just halve it. Halve your stock that you put in, and then add biltong powder.
Slidey Pie asked if the recipe is on the website.
Which recipe? This recipe.
She doesn't say.
This recipe, no.
If it's for like a biltong soup or adding that in, you mentioned it on episode 32 if you wanted to reference that. I just had to go find it.
All right. So let me see. All right, so now I'm going to do a bit of a cheat, see if that works. I'm just going to put some.
And she said, no, the thing you're making now.
Oh, no.
It's not on the website.
I will try and put this on. So I just put some non-stick spray, just so my what's the name would not get stuck. Not that that's really working, but try and get this level as best I can.
Reminds me of the fudge days.
Yes, right?
Were you thinking the same
Yes.
thing? Anton does make a killer fudge.
Yeah, I might do that on one program. Let's see. I'm just trying to get it level, but I don't know if I'm going to win with that unless you actually press it. Not really. And I was wondering, you know, I got those other thin steel pans.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering
I
if
will
I
be
should
right
use
back,
one of those.
Anton.
All right, no problem.
This time I'll turn off the mic.
All right, turn off the microphone. All right. Well, let's see. This is a very, very thin. So I don't think I'm going to cook it as long. They say 30 minutes. Fuck, in that oven, we're going to have rusks, which is like a dried cookie type thing that you eat with coffee. All right, maybe it does take 30 minutes. Who knows? I don't know. Seems like a long time. All right. So there it's pressed in. It's not quite as level as I wanted, but I guess. So now they say reduce. So I'm going to reduce down to 300. So I did it 375 down to 300. All right. Let's see how that works. Now let me throw all my crumbs that you all over my range. Let me wipe that away. Yes. Messy, 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 messy today. All right, so now, set the timer. I'm going to set it for 15. Let's see how that looks after 15. And then there's a syrup we got to make. And so Slidey Pie missed out the beginning. That's why. So what I said is I found this recipe. It looked real good. I've never made this. So I'm still working on the development. So I've got to add the butter, which I made 275. Which would be 1 cup and plus 2 tablespoons. Now I'm going to blow my nose because something is attacking my nostrils.
We have a pretty awesome question. I like this one. Wasted says, what is an unconventional pairing for biltong that works? Now, Slidey Pie does give an answer of fruit, potentially, which she's not wrong.
Fruit, yeah.
Biltong is really good on, I would say, a charcuterie board with the cheese and chutney specifically, berries, things like that.
So I guess the one unconventional thing that you wouldn't think of was like the soup.
Soup, yes.
That biltong soup I made. That's episode 32, right?
32.
Yeah. Go look at that soup. It's basically cream. Is it cream?
Uh-huh.
The recipes are there. I mean, I've listened to the program again and I actually wrote it down and I gave it to someone. I should have made a copy of it or scanned it. So I had it, but, you know, and then I gave it to someone and they came back and they're like, wow, it was so awesome. I don't know what I did, man. I just made it, you know.
It was really good.
So, but that's real good. I mean, you can, so things you can do, one of the things we did with a biltong, which we also did on one of the programs, is you can actually put it instead of something like franks or salami or stuff like that. You can actually put that in a quiche. You know, you can use a biltong instead of using like cold meats. You can use a biltong in like a quiche or the like breakfast bake type egg things you make, which are mini quiches. Mm-hmm. Basically, you can put it in that. That's a real good use. So anywhere where you want to substitute meat, you could pretty much use biltong for just about anything. But I think the most unconventional one was the soup. Yeah. Because that was interesting. I grew up in South Africa. I never had that. So,
I'll give them another one that I used to do all the time was salad. Not lettuce, though. I am not a lettuce person, so I would do cucumber, tomato. What else did I add in that? Avocado. and biltong. That was phenomenal. But do a mayonnaise style dressing. You can spice up your mayonnaise, add a touch of chutney or just some spices to it. That's really nice. So biltong salad, I've had people use it for pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
We've
The only
had a
thing
lot
I
of.
advise with a pizza is don't put it on the pizza when you put the pizza in the oven.
No.
Put it on at the end because the biltong's already dry. So you don't want to overcook it. That's the only tip I have for people, but it's real good on pizza. And what I would suggest is if you have slices, halve them just so they like edible bites, because otherwise you're gonna, you know.
And you threatened making candied biltong.
Now I'm still candied biltong and biltong jam coming.
Mark our words, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Those will be good. Because Sang does mention caramel. Biltong with caramel. I could see that.
Ooh, what's that?
Sang mentioned caramel. Biltong with caramel.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no, I'm thinking of the caramel in the can, like caramel.
Caramelized.
Yes,
maybe.
caramelized. Yes. Now we need one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, caramelized biltong. Well, that would basically be candied biltong.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Caramel salted biltong. Exactly.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jody.
Some of the Celtic salt stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Too good, man. Too good. All right. So now we're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. But the main ingredient here, and I gotta get a little cup for it, otherwise I'm gonna make a mess everywhere. Let me grab this. So I'm done with that. I need a brush.
Anton, what's
Yes.
on your shirt? I saw something.
Oh, I'll stand like this.
I'll stand with you.
Yes. In Orange Man we trust. Huh.
I do chuckle at the outcry of people upset about everything going on. I have to admit, I'm starting to notice a trend. Can I mention it?
Yes, I think you have
I'll come
someone
help you in
looking
just
for
a second.
Yes.
The trend I've noticed, maybe those who are tad entitled may be a little upset.
Yep.
Is the trend I've noticed.
Yep. All right, so we're going to do a half cup of powdered sugar. All right, powdered sugar. So icing sugar, basically. Not powdered sugar. Icing sugar. Do you guys call it powdered sugar? I don't know. Icing sugar. Powdered sugar, I guess. Icing sugar. We're doing a half a cup of icing sugar. And then we're going to do something that we have, which is called golden syrup, which is something unique to South Africa, England and stuff. You don't really find it around here. So this is the syrup we grew up with. And before I open this thing, let me show you guys. So this stuff is real thick. It's basically like a caramelized sugar. So we're going to put probably, it's like 1.5 ounces. So it's 40 grams. It's like 1.5 ounces. I'm going to put this on here. So this is basically a sugar syrup with butter. Let's see. All right, there we go. Just have a look at what they say. All right, they say heat slowly. So we'll be right on that. You know, with my crazy range plate. I'll put it on while it's still cool. Now, this butter I took out not too long ago, so it's a little hard still. That's okay. We'll just, what have we got? 75 mils, I guess, like 75 grams of butter. That would be like a little more than a third cup, like a third cup and a tablespoon, I guess. Shame my poor boy is so tired, but he doesn't want to sleep because too much action. almost there. We're going to slowly make this. There we go. And if in doubt, add a little bit more. All right. So butter. Nicole will be right back to read the comments. And then we're going to do like a 1.5 teaspoons of 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. Yeah. There we go. So this is a gingery ginger. Gingery ginger. That is very good. Right, so this is real slow. They say I should sift the powdered sugar, and that is so so you don't get lumps. But we'll rub them out. That's okay. We're gonna make this little syrup. We've got a brush so we can apply it.
Cole's Towing's in.
Hey,
Welcome.
Coles, welcome. I need more biltong. Gotta have more biltong. Let me. We've got about 6 minutes. Let me pop in there. You want to go try and put his lights out quick? You can do that. All right.
It's going to take too long. I'll stand around with him.
All right.
And then he'll fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Biltong, very good.
This is the age when they like to really be difficult to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of moms standing around.
So, if you have not, hit that like button, share the stream. That's the only way we can get this thing to grow a little bit.
And Anton Finboy's asking, what are you making?
All right. So, we're making ginger shortbread. So, for the base, and we'll see how that comes out. They actually said I should cut it before I bake it, and then they said cut it after again. I'm like, all right, we'll just bake it and then cut it. So ginger shortbread. So for the base, we've got 105 grams of cornstarch. So that would be about 3.5 ounces. All right, and then so we've got 3.5 ounces of cornstarch. We've got 2 cups of flour, which is 260 grams my flour, so about 2 cups of flour. And then we have 3 teaspoons or 6 grams of powdered ginger. So dry powdered ginger. And then what else have we got? You got 250 grams or a cup of butter. That didn't seem enough though, so I added a little more, about another 2 tablespoons. So we ended up with 275 to 280 grams of butter, which is like a cup and 2 tablespoons. All right, and then this is quite a thick sauce. That's nice. This is going to be like a icing.
That looks very nice, and it smells incredible. Wow, that ginger.
So no vanilla or anything in here. It's just ginger. Yeah. It's interesting. You know what might work well in here? A bit of allspice to make it more of a spice shortbread. So
if you did that garnish thing ever, I would suggest taking the fresh ginger we have, slicing it thin, and caramelizing it in the pan.
Yeah. That and I would actually do some powdered sugar over this.
Oh yes.
But anyway. So we can see if I don't
don't
can of that. I normally use a shaker, but I don't have any of that stuff left. I guess you could also make it with cinnamon. That would be interesting.
Make it with what? Sorry.
Cinnamon. That would be interesting.
I like cinnamon.
Cinnamon shortbread. Cinnamon.
I can never spell that word.
Well, ginger, cinnamon, and allspice is basically your winter pumpkin spice type style.
Chai latte.
Anyway, so I got the base there, and then for the syrup, which is what we are making now, which is just the topping. I guess it's icing you put on top. I'll see how thin this goes, but it looks pretty nice. I think there's no clots in here. Yeah, that looks good. So we've got 75 grams, which is like a 2/3 plus maybe 2 teaspoons of butter. So like a 1/3 cup plus 2 teaspoons of butter, 75 grams. And then I've got 60 grams, which is 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. You guys call it powdered sugar, right? Icing sugar, powdered sugar. Yeah,
Powdered sugar. Icing sugar is a proper term. We don't use those around here.
Yeah, it's like not American enough. And then
Yankee.
yeah, Yankee enough. And then I've got 40 grams of this stuff, which is called golden syrup, which is awesome. You can see how thick that stuff is. It's
That
like
is my
real
preferred over any of the syrups.
Yeah, it's like a caramelized, sugar basically. It's very nice. So we grew up with that and peanut butter on bread. Oh, so anyway, and then about a teaspoon and a half, so 3 grams of ginger. So this is this golden color because of the syrup and the ginger. I have to taste this.
Anton, we got a nice compliment if I can read it. It's Cole's Towing. He says, by the way, you guys look great. That carnivore thing you did apparently worked.
Yeah, it works. Try just a pinky. Oh, it's nice. Just a pinky.
It's
just
warm.
on the side. No, it's not warm. That's very nice.
It's very buttery.
Yes.
Extremely buttery. I like it.
So they say use a brush, but man, I think like with the other one, I'm going to add a tad of more butter in here.
How much salt is in there?
In here, nothing.
It needs salt.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, so.
It's too fresh.
Yeah. So we're going to do 1 gram salt. That's like 3 pinches. And then the butter, 75. So we're going to make it 100.
So Cole's Towing has a question. I may take this one, although I know you know the answer too. Powdered sugar equals sugar. Then what do you call normal sugar? Granulated sugar.
Yeah, so powdered sugar is actually not pure sugar. It's sugar, and I think it's 5% cornstarch. It's to keep it powdered. That's why. So it's not just sugar. It's sugar plus cornstarch. I think 5 or 10% cornstarch. Yeah, believe me, I've done a lot of research on this shit when you start cooking these things, you know. 26. All right, that's fine.
I need to get out of your way. I think I have a sleepy head, so I will go lay him down. How did I do, everybody? He's out.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me give that. Give it 7 minutes. See how that works. Make 2 grams. There we go. So that's a little under a half teaspoon. I just think, you know, if I look how thick this is, it's not going to spread real good with a brush if it's that thick. 2 grams salt. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, it looks better. Sorry, this is what's called recipe development. You know, you gotta look, touch, taste, feel, see. If it's not quite right, we'll see how the shortbread comes out. I will stick a probe in the middle of that thing, but it's so thin that I don't know how much we're really going to get out of that. I'm going to see if I can flip that thing out, but it's probably going to break if I do that. So I want to see if I can pop it onto something to bring it out. I've got another pan like that, but man, it's next door. It's a mission to get to it. All right, here we go. That's better, much better. Oh yeah, that does the business. It's still thick, but I think that does it. So I'm just going to leave it there. Get me another little bit of this. You want some more?
Yes, please. Please and thank you.
All right, there we go.
Hey, Jacob, welcome in. Glad to
Jacob
have you.
Yeah, welcome in, man.
Greg said, "Sweet dreams, Christoph."
Strike 3, you out.
It does work. It just takes time.
All right.
Ooh, Jody, where are you? You must be present for this moment.
Yep, I'm gonna clean the tip of my probe. Let's make sure this guy is good. I just want to peek at that thing. I mean, it's shortbread, so it's gonna be hard. I want to see if I can find some kind of indication, because it doesn't have much the color, you know.
Yeah, I see that.
But it doesn't feel 212. Yeah, this is like way done. All right. I guess. So they say this is what it should be done. So I want to see. Maybe I leave it to cool a little. Then I'll break it up. All right. Well, we see if it's a flop or not.
I guess you guys will find out. That's what happens with live. You never know.
I mean, it looks good.
They cannot see you here if you want to.
No. Over. I'm going to move it that side now. I want to move the scale. See, what I said was I actually want to pop this thing out, but I don't know if I'll pop it out, if the whole thing's going to break. Wait, just to get that first one out. All right, so
our staff member mentioned yesterday that your banana bread should be a candle. It smells so good, and I have to say, this one may top it. That ginger.
Normally I'll use a ruler just to make sure it's in the middle, but I mean, I don't know, pop that oven on for me. This still seems,
okay.
Doesn't seem exactly right, but I can. I'm not used to baking shortbread, you know. I mean, it looks good. It's not completely disintegrating.
Coles was expecting you to make cookies.
Well,
not in a pan like this.
Yeah. So we have a few cookies. Do me a favor. Go fetch me the Eat Some Mores, and I'll show them.
I was just thinking of them.
So we have a few things we make that's actually in a pan like this, and you crush it up.
What were the ones you used to make? What did you call them?
Crunchy.
So you'll note the Eat Some Mores are square as well, and you'll see the butter here for being shortbread biscuits or cookies, of course. This is a very popular brand in South Africa, so well known, and
yes.
This would be similar to that.
Yes. So I think instead of trying to coat them individually, I'm gonna, I mean, it seems done. It's just, I don't know how crumbly they're gonna be. See, it seems very soft.
Yes, it is soft.
Yeah.
Not done.
Nope. Also, it doesn't proof up much, you know. They say 30 minutes. So let me Give it 7 minutes.
I would read this thing, but it's all in Afrikaans.
Ons maak vandag gemmer brosbrood. Ons soek 200 gram mielieblom.
Bread, I got that.
Yes, brosbrood is shortbread.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Gemmer is ginger, brosbrood. Yeah. Now if you want to say someone's a moron, you can say, but jy's 'n regte brood. Which means you're a real moron, yeah? Huh? Brood.
Pisankop.
Pisankop. It's a banana head. So so does someone want me to read out the recipe quick?
No. I was just looking at
Trying to see if I can
I cannot
if I made a
decipher.
So what it says is bak verder vir ongeveer 30 minute. So it says approximately 30 minutes. But we know this thing is like
Now I
turbocharged.
see it. Heat it there, but bake it there.
Yeah, so you got to heat it, drop it,
Interesting.
and then bake it for 30. So it's supposed to crust it first. But you know, this is all for conventional like home ovens. So
Yeah.
you know, we got commercial stuff works a little different. You find out real fast that you know when who was it that we saw that was basically baking at home and then they went commercial. They're like, I don't understand, my oven is like burning everything. I'm like, yeah, that happens because they are different. It's very different baking commercially than baking at home.
Say hello to Russ.
Hey Russ, welcome in, man. Let me wash my hands.
We
quickly.
missed you last time, so we
Yeah.
are not upset that you are late.
Yeah.
Hey, Wasted Bonehead has a great suggestion.
Yeah.
You should teach Afrikaans on your channel, King Anton. Woo!
Oh, what am I
And
throwing
not
off?
teach that.
Yes. Sorry. Sticking over a little. Woo, that's still hot. Fortunately, there was a towel over my finger. Otherwise, there would be a blister now. At least I'm not like Sticks that stick knives in his hand, you know?
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there'll be enough time for that.
We get
know?
tidbits here and there.
Yes.
Quick slang.
Yes, quick slang. So somebody was they actually misspelt it, and I helped them right. So one of the things we say in South Africa when you greet someone is "How's it," which is spelled HOWZ
Z.
Z
Z.
Z. Z's dead. Z.
We're not
E-T.
talking Bernie.
Yes. How's it? So HOWZET. Which is just like it's like how are you or how are you or good day. Not really good day, but it's like you know, how is it? It's like a slang for how is it or how is it going. So how is it is short for how is it going or how's it going with you. So but what would typically happen is I would say, if I see someone, I would say, hey, how's it? And then he'll say, how's it? And that's like, you know, yes and good and everything all in one, which is weird. It's like our so
What's
if someone
the other word?
yeah, so if someone comes in, and I've shown this to Nicole, so if someone comes in and they're from South Africa and they say, can I have a pair of something? It's like, can I have a pair of scones? It's more like a well, not a pair, a couple.
They say a couple.
They say a couple, but a couple doesn't mean two for us. A couple means like anything under 6, because 6 would be a half dozen, I guess.
Yes.
So if I say I want like 6 or a half dozen, a couple could be anything from 2 to 5. 1 is 1, but 2 to 5 is a couple. So like if someone says, can I have a couple of a couple of pieces of biltong, you can say you want like 5 pieces. Yes, that will be fine. That's
Yes,
like a
that's
couple.
normally what we have happen.
Because
A couple bags of biltong. 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like a couple of bags of biltong. Yes, I'll have like 5. Because in Afrikaans, a couple is used like a few, not like a couple, not like 2. It's used like a few bags. Yeah, that's you could say dankie vir die lesse. So thank you for the cooking. It would be dankie vir die kos, which means thank you for the food. Dankie vir die lesse, which would mean thank you for the lessons. Dankie vir die I guess show. Dankie vir die. So dankie means thank you. Vir die is for the. Dankie vir die. Dankie vir die gesprek, which means thank you for the chatting. You know. Dankie dat jy nie jou vingers afsny nie, which means thank you for not cutting your fingers off on camera. Dankie dat jy nie die koek brand nie. which means thank you for not burning the cake. We'll see.
Is your 2 minutes? Yes, we are down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it now.
That is for Jody. Ooh-wee, Slidey Pie says, 7th grade cooking class, the teacher warned not to put your finger in the peanut brittle. And she did. And she had a blister on her finger. Ouch.
Still very soft. So let's see, you know what? Let's pop one out and see if it breaks. And if it doesn't, well, that one's gonna break. Yeah. Yeah, that's broken. All right, so I'm gonna leave that and let's see if we get this to dry or to cool a little.
It's very soft.
Yes. It is very soft. I'm going
That's a crumbled mess.
pass me that tray. Let me see. But I don't know if that is because it's warm or if that's because there's not enough.
Do they say to let it cool first?
No, not really.
Okay.
They say, oh, right. So what they say is add. Ooh, that's boiling. I want to kind of avoid that, but okay, be there now. Now switch that range plate off, and now it's back on. So, all right. So what they say is you must apply this and let it cool. RTFM. Read the fucking manual.
You know, this Biltong's really nice.
So they say apply, then cool, then remove. So let's see. Oh, that looks like it spreads good. I would almost want to just pour it in here. It still seems soft though. Still seems soft. Yeah.
I'm just laughing at you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's why I say RTFM. Read the fucking manual. That used
Real
to be
men don't read manuals.
Yeah, that's what we used to say when I kind of grew up in the tech world. When someone completely fucks up something, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I don't know what is going on here," and he didn't follow the procedure. And you tell him RTFM. Oh, that is coming off. I think you spread it.
You pour it.
Well, I don't think you pour it. They say apply with brush.
Okay.
But it's so I think you see that's coming completely off.
Uh-oh.
See, I don't know if it's done or not because it doesn't give me an indicator. It's completely different what I'm used to.
It's so pale.
Yes.
I thought I was the only pale thing in this room.
Hey, man, I tell you, this is confusing. So I'm going to stick this in the freezer, but I'm just like layering this on here.
The freezer's full. No, it's full.
Well, why don't you, what is in there? Babuti?
My pies.
Okay, so go fetch that cart. Let me get the pies out, and while this cools, we can pack some pies and talk some nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The cart in the back by the vacuum sealer. All right. Well, I guess I didn't listen. You know. So they say cool, then remove. Sure, red. All right. We got to clear this out, though.
I got a leg in the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do apologize, everyone. I'm going to have to shift the camera, so it may move a little bit.
Is our lady gone? Not yet.
No, not yet. Momentarily. There we go.
All right. I'm I'm gonna leave this. I'll put this up. Yeah.
They are hard.
Okay.
Freezer works.
Yeah. I just want to make space because I have to clean this table because we cannot be packing commercial stuff.
Nope.
You know.
No more munching on the food.
So Nicole made our pastry pies this morning. Is there a hole for me there?
Yes.
Nope, too hot. Trying.
You're going to learn a lesson like Lemon did.
Yes.
No, sorry, not Lemon. Slidey Pie.
Slidey pie.
Yes. Now, they did comment, I think it was Russ or one of the gentlemen, reminding to never tell a child, don't do something.
Yes. Yeah, put your finger in the hole.
something.
Put it in there. See what happens. All right, I've got to wipe this down quickly.
You can do that one after.
Yes, I will. All right. So, well, you know what? That is awesome because, so we are busy doing a branding change all over because we couldn't really decide which direction we want to go. But I think we have now figured it out. So, as everybody knows, our sponsor, BiltOnUSA.com, we actually started, you want to grab the table that side? We started as Biltong, Land of Biltong, and we just added the Antons because everything was Antons, Meet and Eat, Antons, Land of Biltong. You want to set that down a little? That again, or you're going to leave it? Just check in the camera, just make sure, because it lifted a little, just make sure it's right still.
You can see.
Okay, everything good? Yes. No, you're going to pack. I'm not going to I'm not packing, so I'm not washing my hands.
All me.
Wait.
Did you not
I did
spray
not, so
it?
we got to
I
put some
asked for
sanitizer.
it. You're going to have to take over the
Yakety yak.
yakety yak.
All right, so let me,
Jack.
I'll give you that.
Wait, Jacques.
So, give me one. Let go.
I can't.
I got you. It's stuck together.
See, getting on
All
the
right,
knee.
so we've changed our logo. I think you guys can see that. So we've changed to the Bushman. We took the Africa away, and we've now just made it Anton's USA, and the other one is Biltong USA. So our bags is going to change soon, and we're going to change everything very soon. We'll change everything to Anton's USA and Biltong USA. So that'll be our new rebrand, and that'll be what we are known as going forward.
Yeah.
So let me see, Slidey Pie, make sure you email Rumble about the problem. I'll leave it.
No.
I'll leave a comment for you. Okay, so that's Neuro.
Yeah.
That said that. Phrasing. What is? Hey, you gave a subscription, Russ. Hey, thank you very much, man. Someone gave. So Russ gifted. I don't know who got it.
Coles.
Oh, the
Right
Coles.
underneath.
Okay, well, Coles, very
He's
good.
not used to following the chat
Coles,
like I do.
yeah. Wow, Coles, like first time in a while and gets a subscription. Now you have to come back, man.
Every day.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know if I'm off the, I think I'm off the camera. I'm like yelling from the sidelines here. It's like bad ref. Let me stand over here. So, AVE throws the manual straight into the fine his videos. He missed once. I'm glad he did because he needed it later. That would be bad.
No.
Yeah, I'd burn this one. And then it's like, oh, how do you do that? Yeah, if you work with complex things, then you got to follow the manual, man. Yeah. Goals. Stop moving the camera. Got motion sickness. Sorry, Bonehead. We had to get the cart through for the because we have to put all of this stuff on carts. I'm sorry, man. Nicole did apologize before she moved it. Is that the sample? We got enough, yeah? All right, we should have. All right, so this is the pie. So Nicole made the pies this morning.
I only made, I don't even know, 24
Bye-bye.
for one, 32 for the other,
Yes.
and
50.
then
Probably about 80 of these packs
Something.
Nicole
That's
made this morning before, well, from this morning to just before stream.
that was my day.
Yeah, sorry, we had to just shift the camera leg a little so we can get the cart through, which all of this stuff goes on. I guess we could have just brought the bags.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
you
okay.
got it. Oh, I was playing Rocket League. I got a sub, lol. It's Coles.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, Americans first.
Hey,
Welcome in.
welcome in. So yeah, so we made yeah, I can go show them.
Yeah.
So we made ginger shortbread, which I still don't know if it worked because we have to cool it down first. So this is our new kind of branding. So our website is, as you can see down there, it's, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's Anton's USA. And then we have Biltong USA. So our Biltong logo will say Biltong at the top USA. So that will be our new official branding. Because you know what? We are proud to be in America, and
Yes.
hopefully soon I'll be American.
Yes.
And I'm married to American. We are American.
Kids are American.
Yes, we try to bring. So one of the weird things that you'll find probably with a lot of cultures coming to the US is they want to come here, but they don't want to assimilate, which is the weirdest thing to me, because I didn't come to the US to be a South African in the US. I came to the US to be an American, but that doesn't mean I don't have a culture, and I can share the best parts of my culture with America. Mm-hmm. Which I think is the whole point of America, is to bring the best of the cultures together and make this really awesome culture. So my whole point has always been to share, you know, the braai, our fire cooking meat, the biltong, the pies, and all the great kind of food and cultural things we have. You know, we love sport. I mean, rugby is a big thing. I'm not that much into the rugby and stuff. I do like the motorsports more. But you know, with this place, like no sport, no, there's no time. But yeah, so you know, you try and enrich the American culture by adding the best parts of your culture, and I think that's always kind of the point that I thought was the point of, you know, going to another country, is not to you know, isolate yourself from the dominant culture and language. It's to become part of it and then to enrich it with what you can contribute positively, in my opinion. So, you know, Anton's USA. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing you'll find more of with Anton's USA and Biltong USA is going to be the spices. We are bringing more spices, fruit. You just popped a lot online, if I remember correctly.
Created some new stuff. Yeah.
And if you guys like Easter stuff, just as an FYI plug on that, Anton's USA has a ton of Easter options at the moment.
All imported Easter options. Yeah.
Very good. One may have broken.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
And it's gone.
Yes. It fell and like just disappeared.
Very good.
Pretty good, yeah. The disappearing part was good, but bad. Not allowed to do that.
No.
We're going to put these things away.
Put them away and pull out your...
All right, let's see. That thing is very thin, so it should be fast.
Okay.
All right, so put that there. Let me see. Nope, that's still hot.
Do you want to put it in the other
freezer? I'm going to put it in the other freezer. So, okay, so you put that away. It's still hot, so I'm going to put it in the other freezer. I can try and get one out, but it's this pan so damn thick, you know. I should stick this on some ice, you know that. Just cool the bottom down.
Yes, in the other freezer.
All right. Well, as soon as you can come take over the splabbing, then I will take this to the other freezer.
It's not warm yet. I'll take that. Are you guys still talking about the sites? I will say, Slidey Pie, just to give you notice, we get the notifications when we have comments. It can be a lot. I'm not going to lie. I may have to take Nura up on the how to turn it off, but Anton does like to respond to everybody, which is very helpful. What is that wasted? Way too many just want to share the shitty parts of their culture. Otherwise, it's cultural appropriation.
What's that?
Yeah, let's not bring the negatives. Let's make it positive. That's actually the biggest thing with why we started our business in the first place, was to bring positive of the South African culture. We didn't know any South Africans when we opened our doors here in 2019. I lie. We knew two.
Yes.
2 South Africans. One I worked with, one Anton knew prior to coming to the States, and that was it. We thought we were opening for Americans. We thought we were going to share the food to the people in the area, so it would just be locals around here. That is still mostly whom we share with, but we were humbled to know there is a population here of South Africans, so some partake in what we have to offer, but more than anything, it's now the biltong. We just want to share the biltong with everybody.
Yeah.
I want you to eat good and be healthy. And the reason of the channel is to continue that. I know the desserts maybe don't help, but at least they're cleaner desserts than other options.
Yeah, and maybe today's dessert don't work. I don't know.
There you go.
We're going to see soon. I'm going to just take this back part and just chew it up.
Okay. Coles asks, I'm curious from a strictly business standpoint, do you find it easier to sell handmade stuff or prepackaged stuff?
Prepackaged. Except the biltong.
Packaged though.
Mm.
So yes, still prepackaged.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, the way we buy biltong, where I'm from, you go to the butcher, he'll slice it for you in a brown bag, you take it home, you eat it. We do it like that, yeah, but more and more people actually want the packaged biltong. And where I'm from, like if it's in a packet, no good. No es bueno. Because
But that's not a thing here in the States. You don't
Yes.
go to
yes,
butchers do not butcher their own meat.
yes, for the most part,
Is
yes.
that the way to put it?
Yeah. Because just strict regulation.
Yes.
But like where we from, like the carcasses still hang in the fridges,
Aged.
and like you can pick, like I want this lamb and I want that front half of that cow, and they'll chop it up for you and pack it as you want. So the biltong hangs in the butcher, and then you just buy the piece you like, and they'll chop it up for you, which we do here. But more and more, we get people that basically walk to the fridge, and take a pack out.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know, we cater to what people want.
And it is better with our shipping to have certain things packaged up already. So we've already transitioned our sticks and our sausages to that. It's much better to streamline them, have them kind of in that production process of packing, and then the packs ready for the people. So no matter if you're coming in store or ordering online, it's all from the same kitty.
Yes, and also, you know, it kind of in South Africa, it's not a big thing like yeah, but I mean, I can see why working clean is like a thing. So you know, in South Africa, like literally, the guy will take, like the butcher will take a piece down, like it'll hang, so he'll like take it down, and then the guy just got out of his car, walked in, and he'll feel it and see if it's what he wants. And if not, the guy will put it back. So you don't know where that guy's hands were, anything like that, which is not even something I thought about ever, you know. But if you have staff here and they are working with the food, so if we have open, you know, drill boards and sticks and stuff like that, there are contamination risks.
Mm-hmm.
People sneeze on it.
And people forget, even something as simple as talking over meat
Yes.
does contaminate, because you
yes.
naturally do have
So,
spit or
spit
saliva
that
there
flies
we go.
out. Yeah. So you know, I understand the reason, and it also, you know, if products are consumed fast, it's different. But if you need some longevity on it, like, you know, if you buy a pack of dribbles, you take it home, the dried sausage, and you take it home, and someone was speaking over it, and then it goes in your fridge in a week or something, you'll have mold on it because of the maybe possible, you know, handling or whatever. Where if it's basically taken down and packaged, like that, is virtually gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it makes sense in a lot of ways, you know, to do stuff like that.
Greg does say he enjoys his in a brown bag, which we have a lot of people, brown bag or none. That is the only option. Now, I have to chuckle at Russ's statement. I keep my loose meat and my 40-ounce beers in brown paper bags. It's terrible. Terrible. But Jody mentioned that his butcher does butcher meats, but mainly the beef. And I will say in Texas, or I don't know if it's everywhere, you can butcher your own animals. So if you have cattle, you can butcher your own cattle, but you can't necessarily buy cattle from someone else and do butchering and then sell it and la la la. That's where the regulations come into play. So if he has cattle, that could be why he's able to do some of it. We know of a local farmer who does that and does classes for it, which is really cool, but not everybody has the capability of doing that. Neuro asked, the powder comes in 8-ounce jar. That is correct. So definitely stock up on that, guy.
Is it 8 ounce?
7 ounce. 7 ounce.
Hold on.
It's 7 ounces.
Yes, 7 ounces, 200 grams.
Maybe it's an 8-ounce jar, but
it's an 8-ounce jar, but there's not 8 ounces
pack that powder in that jar. No, do 7 ounces.
Yes.
And he confirmed they raise their own cattle. That's probably why they're able to do the beef then. As long as you're giving it to direct to consumer, you can use your own stuff.
So we have a butcher here that raises his own cattle. He cannot slaughter it. He has to send it to a processor. Now that could, and then he can get it back after it's done. Now that could be a Texas thing, and it could be a state regulation. So maybe where you are, it's different. So that's why I said not all butchers, because I can speak for what I've seen and from what I understand. Because I know there's a definite difference in regulation between Texas and Oklahoma. Like one of our suppliers said, look, I cannot supply you with this, but if you were in Oklahoma, I could supply you. And I think from there you can sell it back into Texas, which is the weirdest thing. Let me go check the
I know
cookies.
a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, we know guys.
I'm going to wait for you to answer a couple of these.
Okay.
And yes, Neuro, we used to have the biltong powder in, small pouches. Sorry.
Yes, a couple of minutes. It's almost cold. I just want to see. Oh, are you sneezing and coughing and barking and what is it? Yes, raised cattle. Okay, last time I ordered powder, it came in a bag. Yes, Neuro, we've changed. So we used to have the bag, but I don't like plastic for shelf-stable stuff. I just don't think, if you're going to buy some powder and you want to keep it for a while, I just don't like it being in a bag. I think it's microplastics. I don't know. So we put it in a bottle. So you're getting a little more, but it is also a little bit more expensive because the bottle itself is like $1.50 cost to me. Jody should know. Jody packages sauces, and Jody will know. Bottles are, the bottle's probably like $1-ish, give or take. You got to wash it, sanitize it, clean it, and stuff like that. And then the lid is like the lid's like another 50 cents, man. The lid's almost the price of the bottle, which is crazy. But anyway.
Sorry, on your microplastic comment, I wanted to read Americans First, but I was waiting for you to come in. Does it not concern you that cutting on a plastic board will leave microplastics in the chopped food? My board is all scratched up over time, so I stopped using it a long time ago when I noticed it.
Yes, but the health department, those guys that know fucking everything.
They do.
You can't use wood.
Nope. At all. If you have anything wood, they freak out.
We had a wooden spoon because I'm used to making like the pop. Where's my bag? Not a lot left, but there's like, cornmeal that we steam. So we make that with a wooden spoon. Yes, they down-marked our health report, our inspections. They down-marked it because we had a wooden spoon that wasn't even being used. It was just in a
it was tucked away in a tub somewhere.
A tub, like a fucking utensil tray. So it was just in the utensil tray, and they happened to see it, and they down-marked us like no wood. So and I'll show you something else. So I don't have the red one, but so this is what they want to see.
Yes, they freak out.
I'll show you guys. So seeing that we're waiting for that stuff to cool, and I mean everybody seems to be having a good time, so I don't mind. So this is what they want to see. So they want to see. So there's a red one. So a red one's supposed to be raw meat, vegetables green, all right, chicken yellow, cooked meat brown. The red one's for raw meat, or you could have white ones, but then they get a little upset because, they don't know what you're cutting on it. So that's what the health department specifies.
So the red one we actually permanently keep by the biltong because it's technically not cooked.
Yes.
So we just keep it there. That's all raw meat. Cool.
Yes.
I'm boards by the raw meat.
So they want to see you use the colors of the boards, unless you basically just work with, let's say, one kind of meat, or like only cooked meat. If you only work with cooked meat, then a whiteboard is fine. So it's not that I like to use this. It is what, we're a commercial facility, so the health department and this stuff. I don't want to talk shit, but I think as an NSF. Yes,
It does.
It's got an NSF stamp, because everything you use commercially, and Jody will know this, has to have an NSF stamp on it. Otherwise, they give you shit.
So Jody did mention that if you buy an ass load of jars, very nice way to put that.
Yes.
They can be $1.09 each. With lids. I would agree until your supplier changes.
Yes.
And that's what happened. We had was it 2 years ago? I think they
yeah.
were bought out. That's what's happening is you buy a bunch, things get bought out, and then
the supplier, actually, the price didn't go up that much, but the problem is they then fucking jacked up the shipping. So
in the end, it was that.
If you buy a pallet of jars, which is like $3,000 or something, then you get it at like maybe $1 each, but then you got $400 of shipping,
which you have to
which you've got to consider.
Items.
So you have the little seal, heat seal that goes around. So those are like $0.01 each, but you buy them in like 2,000. So that'll be like, I don't know, like $80 or something stupid that you pay for that. So you get a whole fucking box full of that shit. Then you get lids, and the lids are hard because there's no nice way to pack the lids. So you get this huge box, like the size of this oven, with like 1,000 lids in it, and then the rest of the pallet is all the.
And talk about clank.
Oh,
that thing is so noisy.
Yes, and then you you have your bottles in 12 boxes. I'll show them. Let me get.
So I know you guys are mentioning the price, but I hope you consider shipping in your price. We have to with everything, and anything we purchase, shipping's a part of the price.
Yeah. So this is. Oh, there goes the lid. Talking about lids.
Right.
So this is how the lids come. I didn't know it was loose. Oh yeah.
It is empty.
And then that's how the bottles come in, like a like a 12 pack. 16 ounce. Those are actually 16 ounce bottles, not 8 ounce.
Yes, they are 16
bottles.
ounce.
They take 7 ounces of biltong powder.
We have larger ones. What are those? 32 ounce?
32 ounce, yeah. So sorry, Jody. The bottle's actually a 60, not
that
a
was
8.
Neuro.
Oh, sorry, Nero. Yeah, the bottle's a 60, not a 8. So yeah, so then you get this pallet full of that shit. So, and then when you get the bad driver, then he breaks half your stuff when he gets here.
Because the forklift.
Yes, because the forklift didn't work, and I don't know what he did. I just heard a big noise and then
crash.
Yes, and then the crash, and then he like, I don't know how many bottles in the parking lot.
Yeah, that was a mess. I remember us denying that shipment, and then the company was mad at us for denying it. They were going to help us with it. It was a huge mess. We did retrieve bottles that day.
Yes. All right. So now it's cold, and now they can break when they're cold instead of break when they're warm. Where did I put my little spatula? I'm not very positive about this. Let's see. Well, maybe not.
Cis-man.
Ja, cis-man. Skaam jou.
There it is.
Oh.
Now to get it out, the butter's hard.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We'll see. Let me do this. Yeah, maybe they worked. Who knows? I did put a lot of juice on here.
You didn't break the seal
No,
from
because yeah. Well.
Okay.
Call a tester for me. Call the Trinity and the Michael. And the Esme, I guess. Well,
Cookie
that
testers, would you
seems
line
to have
up,
worked.
please?
So let me
Do
get
not
some
bump my
professional
camera.
opinions here. Okay, so cool it before you cut it, because otherwise you just get crumbs.
All right. Who's who in the zoo?
All right, hold on. You guys stay that side. So
Which one?
give that to Trin. All right, Michael. Esme is going to say, I don't like it. Hold on. Take a bite.
And tell
Over
us
your
what you
tray.
think. Over your tray. Take a little nibble over your tray.
That good? That good?
You
I
haven't
don't
even
like it.
tasted it yet.
All right, 75% like it.
And here's the bite that was taken.
All right, so
Oh, that's funny.
okay. So if Greg finds himself here, I'll give him some.
Oh,
Yes.
no, Greg.
Yes.
If you find yourself
if you
in the
find
area,
yourself in the area, just ask, and I'll give you some of these. All right. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, these guys. Sorry.
So Cold Stowing says it tends to kill a sale when the shipping costs more than the part does. Oh, all the time. All the time.
It's yeah. I don't. I mean, I understand it, but you know, there has to be a limit where the guys are willing to go free shipping just to move the product. I have jacked up the bottles, man, to like thousands, and it's still nope. You cough for shipping.
Yeah, you still pay, which
Yeah.
is why we consider that part of the price. I know the technical, like what they advertise, is a little different, but
All right, there we go.
Greg will come tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. So we will take maybe 6 of these and put it aside for Greg.
Perfect.
All right, put it aside for him. I mean, I can't eat them, so I can't tell you if they're good or not. But I had 2 like very big positive yeses.
Yes, thumbs up even.
Yes, even a
Big
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
So
You see his awkward thumb he has.
yes, our youngest daughter. I don't actually know what she eats.
Biltong.
She eats protests.
She eats biltong. She does eat eggs.
Yeah, she does eat eggs, but like she'll eat like weird kind of sweet
Combinations.
stuff. She won't like this, but she might like some other. Like she probably likes chocolate a little bit more than anybody else.
No, she likes the vanilla stuff.
Yes.
No, I'm surprised, but this has the ginger. She doesn't like the ginger.
Yeah, she doesn't like the
likes,
ginger.
On the ice cream, what does she like? The birthday cake style
Yes,
stuff. So
yes.
vanilla. She likes vanilla stuff.
All right. Well, they did work.
Yes.
RTFM.
I will show these off for you.
Yes, you can.
May
do
I be
that.
your Vanna? Here we go.
So they did work.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And I wonder, can you see the glaze? Not. I mean, you can see it on top, yes, but it doesn't have a separation or anything.
No, and I'll see you
Nice.
now once they warm up, because you know being cold is one thing. Let's see when they warm up if they still brittle, or you know still
Yes.
like a cookie and not just break apart. We'll see. So yeah,
The
so they did
crumbs.
work. Well, yeah, good on me. I haven't made a complete
Well,
disaster
there you go,
yet.
Slidey Pie. If you want to try it out, they seem to have worked while cool.
Yes, you got to cool them down. Otherwise, you what you do is you take it, you bake it, you scramble it in with a sauce, and then you eat it like a dessert.
Which is never a problem.
Yes.
That normally works well with ice cream, too.
Yes.
You can just put it in ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
That's like a fudge almost. You know that?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that. Just
Ice,
as if I wasn't.
it's just like your icing.
Yeah. If I was not off sugar, this pot might not have made it.
He used to make a killer cinnamon roll and icing. You'll have to do those at some point.
Yes.
On stream. Well, I guess prep prior.
Yeah. There we go.
Proofing is an issue.
Yes, that's always the proofing for the
Yes.
breads.
Well, I think we may need to call it a day. It's
All right, well.
16:25.
Oh, okay. Going long today. Long and deep.
And Sarge.
Did I finish my-
Hi,
hey,
bye.
hey, Sarge. So yeah, so it was American.
Americans first about the
Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. A lot of things we do. So there's 2 problems I got. So actually 3. I don't like the cutting board, but it makes the health department happy. 1, 2. Well, and the other problem is if you don't use the like NSF stuff, even if you're in an unincorporated, you don't necessarily have to abide by what the health department says, but you have insurance. So if you did something and someone gets sick or there's some contamination,
Yep.
meat
we are
stuck.
still state regulated.
Yes, we're still state regulated, and if something got stuck in your wooden cutting board, you didn't clean it, and it contaminates, and someone gets sick, and the insurance says, "Oh, wood, yeah, but wood's not allowed commercially," and then so we want to kind of not go that way. So that's the one problem. The second one is I like sous vide stuff, and I don't know how else to do but with you know, like BPA free,
Bags.
like bags. You know, let me grab one.
The vacuum seal bag.
Yeah, I'll just grab a big bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
A bag of bags.
Yeah, bag of bags. So this is what we buy, you know, and that's like 4 mil in thickness. We use this for slabs. I use it for other stuff as well. Like I might stick 2 steaks in here and stick it in there. So I don't know how to sous vide stuff without that, which I don't like, but you know, that's kind of what you do. And then the last thing is the biltong. Like not just biltong, like how do you package and ship stuff if you don't put it in a bag? Like, you know, so we have a problem because
glass is breakable.
Well, except for that, glass is heavy.
Yes, so cost-wise would be
cost of the glass. You know, we can get a bag, like you can get digitally printed bags for around 60 cents, complete front, back, and everything. We don't buy those because you have to buy them in quantity, and we're not there yet. But we buy the bags. I mean, they're like 40 cents or 45 cents, plus we make the stickers.
Yeah.
You know, so it's around 70 cents or 75 cents plus the little sachet. You got to do that in any of them anyway.
Yeah.
So we get those and we put the little decanter in. You know, it's like, how else do you package? Like if you don't do that, like I don't know how you package stuff and ship it to you. You know. So
we did find out this name prior, which is not us, Biltong USA. We did acquire this.
Yes, we acquired it about a year ago.
Used to send things without vacuum bags.
Yes,
that was not us.
Lots of mold.
Yes,
issues,
which is a big problem with cured products anyway. Yes. So you have to be mindful and make sure that it's safe for the consumer. That's something we figured out, or Anton figured out early on. They are on something which I know you'd love to harp on just for a minute, and then we can close out daylight savings time. How much do you like it?
Talk to me about daylight savings time. I fucking hate it. Every time it changes. You know, when you change in in winter, when you get the extra hour.
You fall backward.
Yes. No, that's fine because you don't lose the time. But when you lose the time, it like messes with me for 2 weeks, man.
Yes.
Like I'm off my game for like 2 weeks. This is absolutely ridiculous. Next year, when they move the time, I am just opening later. I'm not moving my time.
There you go.
My time will just stay the same. Then you come later. I'm not waking up earlier. I'm not adjusting my clocks. Like I'm gonna not do what the world does. No, this is nonsense, man.
No. 9.
No, this is nonsense. It's like, and then of course, because you know it's gonna be a stupid day, like you don't sleep well the whole night because it's like, oh, I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow and everything is gonna be difficult. And so then you roll around.
Sleeps.
No, then everybody like tosses and turns. It's stupid.
So everybody, we're going to push these guys to actually stop this nonsense.
Yes.
Because America does this, but does everyone else, Anton?
Well, no, where I'm from, like, we don't even have time zones, man. I have a hard
time zone. But granted, it is the size of Texas.
Yeah,
so Texas is one time zone.
Yeah. No, I don't have an issue with the time zones. It's just time zones is not a thing for me. So, like, you know, I have to physically think about, like, you guys grow up with, well, yeah, you know, Easter's like an hour, you know, prior and west and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, yes, or ahead. And, you know, it's like, I don't like, no, it's there, you know, it's so it's before us. So it should be earlier, but it's not. It's later. But it's before. Like, East is earlier. But it's not earlier, it's later.
No, it's later.
So, you know, it's like the stuff messes with me. So I got I got two problems.
Go ahead, sorry.
So firstly it's the time zones and I'm on the wrong side of the
That's what I was gonna tell you. You can't follow the sun either because it's backwards.
No, yes, everything's backwards for me. So, you know, like I'm like confused half the time here because my clock's broken and then they put the daylight time savings on you and it's like now I'm completely screwed up. So it takes some focus.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Neuro said 70 countries changed the time. But Neuro, why did it start? Why did it start? Is my question. Because I remember growing up that it was for the farmers, was what we were told. And I remember I dug into this last year and I couldn't find anything.
So what it's supposed to do is give you more daylight. So they move it so you have sun longer.
Yes.
Because the sun kind of moves, so they want to get you to have the maximum duration sun time, is what I understand.
I do too, but if we left it where it is right now and just didn't move anymore,
Yes.
We would have maximum time.
Well. How about this? How about you split the difference? You know, so
you can't
just
go 30 minutes.
yeah,
no.
go 30 minutes, and just that's your time now, and then just leave it there, and then you have a little good and a little bad, and not all good and all bad. I don't understand. I
Say
just
hi
think
to
it's
Eamon
stupid.
past the ammo.
Hey, Eamon, pass
All
the
right,
ammo.
we need to go though. Move it 30 minutes and keep it. Russ
Yes.
laughing at
Yes, yes.
Russ
It's like,
is
you
laughing
know,
at you.
like a negotiation. You know, it's like, I want to be here, I want to be here. Let's meet in the middle. Nobody's really happy, but it fucking works, so let's go.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Sorry, he thought of it. We weren't speaking it at that time.
Okay, all right. Yeah, just like in the middle where
Okay.
nobody's really happy.
BiltongUSA.com, S.T.F. 10 for 10%
Yes,
off on your
S.T.F. 10 for 10%
Biltong
off.
purchases. And Viva and Barnes coming up soon.
Yes, 5
Okay.
o'clock, and then hit the like and share and subscribe to the channel and enjoy. I'm going to try and make some more, you know, as soon as shit calms down to a mild panic, I was like, at like noon, I'm like, I don't know what to make yet. What are we going to do? And then I found this. I'm like, that sounds interesting. Because I made the Indian shortbreads, which were real easy. And then these were a little bit more complicated, which was pretty cool. I liked it. It's good. I mean, this is a recipe I could fuck around with and actually make it real nice. And cool it before you cut it, because, you know, otherwise it's just crumbs. And then I want to see maybe next week. Lemon Curd Zero asked me to do a biltong souffle. So I want to see if I can do more, you know, instead of just eating the biltong, actually make some recipes that contain the biltong, because I think it's pretty cool. So
I forgot to mention, somebody said, I think it was Wasted, biltong in a bag is just a snack. We want to give you other options.
yes. So I want you to be able to buy it and then use it in a bunch of stuff, which, I mean, it is a snack. I mostly eat biltong like every day. So I eat mostly biltong for meals. Like I'll have biltong for breakfast with eggs, and I'll maybe for lunch just have biltong, like a quarter pound, and then nighttime I'll have maybe a quarter pound again with like eggs or something, and that's it for me. So I've had biltong all day, but that's not everybody. So I want to give you options that you can actually make stuff with biltong and consume more of it, because I think it's fucking superfood and it's very healthy. So that said, see you next week. Yeah, I think so. Let Nicole go kill the stream, and then hopefully I don't